So I grew up in the Philippines, and both my parents are Christ followers. We did attend church every Sunday. I would listen to the sermon, and I just did whatever the other people were doing, but I didn't really understood what it meant in my life. When I came here, I was just by myself, and I didn't have my family with me, so it was just me trying to work and making ends meet. I met a guy, and eventually we got married, but however, the marriage didn't quite work out. There was a lot of physical and emotional hurt that was involved in my previous marriage, and I let those things define me, define my identity. I let those negative things consume me. There was a time when I was so down and alone, and I did not care about life anymore. I almost lost my job. I stopped caring for people, and the marriage ended up in a divorce, and not having my family in here, it was very, very difficult. And at the same time, I was not as strong with my faith. I ended up hanging out with the wrong people, being involved with the wrong types of activities, and in my heart, I knew that it's not right, but then I didn't have anybody, I didn't have anything, and I didn't have any other thing to resort to because there's no sense of community and there was no Jesus in my life. I remember that a seed was planted when I was in high school, when there was this awesome math teacher. She said the salvation prayer with us. Now, back during those days, I never really understood what the sinner's prayer meant. I just said it with the entire class, and it was funny because I was thinking back then that maybe I will be exempted from a homework, or maybe I'll get 5 extra points in my math test. So it didn't really mean anything until several years after that. I said the same exact salvation prayer when I was feeling so down. I just called out to God, and I remember these were the words that I said: God, take control of my life. Take this burden and just take over. I felt so lonely, I felt so alone, and I was hopeless. I was a hopeless mess. And then that very next day, I had a co-worker who I know is a woman of faith. In the darkness of our closet in our classroom, I asked her, will you just pray with me? Can you pray for me? My life is just, I am just so broken right now. And so that same afternoon, I got baptized. Their church was closed. However, she did call and texted some people, and they unlocked those big church doors. Remember, these are people that were strangers. It was the first time that I met them, and they were strangers, but they were there to cheer me on. So it was an amazing feeling, and it really did feel like God's kingdom when I got baptized. Now I'm kind of asking myself, like, what took me so long to just surrender myself to God? What took me so long to be baptized and just embrace Jesus in my life? But God is a merciful Father. He is faithful, and He's the God of second chances, third chances, and million other chances. That all you have to do, all I had to do was to surrender myself to Him.